So I recently saw some stuff coming out of the White House from the White House Twitter page. And it's just a group of NFL guys hitting people, but you were in there. What are your thoughts on them using your image to
Yeah, man. So I didn't know about the post. I didn't know I was in it until different people from media outlets started sending it to me to ask me the question. I've backed away from X because of the negativity, the toxicity.
All right, I do not like when people say that, because I think the algorithm knows you better than you probably even know yourself, or at least want to admit. Dog, there's been times my algorithm been nothing but like what I'm going through, right? It's almost like a reflection of you. It's almost like when you see somebody, they move into your city. Everyone who comes to LA, they be like, man, how is LA? And I'm saying, I'm from here. I'm still here. It's amazing. LA gonna show you who you are. If you wanted it to be Hollywood, it's gonna be Hollywood. If you wanted it to be chill, it's gonna be chill. You wanted it to be ghetto and gangster, it's gonna be ghetto and gangster. Like, we blaming it. It's you. So to leave X because people, I don't know. That's just my mindset.
And I honestly don't have an immediate rage emotion about being involved in the video, but I am disappointed that the video was even made.
So it's the video, the war video.
Yes, I'm disappointed that, because for one, to have Tropic Thunder and football highlights on a video about war is one of the more insensitive things that I've ever seen.
He ain't lying there. I can't lie. I remember when I got slapped in the face. I think it was a coach one time where, because the war examples live in football, especially because it's a militaristic sport in terms of design, right? You know, you got your front line and then you got your opponent line, and we're all going up and down the field. We are trying to move each other up and down the field against your will, right? So I remember I was kind of like buying into it. And, you know, a lot of times you hear some of the terminology and the guys will go there like, oh, we're going to battle today. Or these bullets alive. And then literally before this show, a couple hours ago, a video popped up of a kid who said he was asleep and he woke up to an airstrike, killed both his parents, like 6 of his family members. And he said, I woke up and I saw my daddy sliced up. And when I saw that, I was like, and the kid's in the hospital. And he said, I wish it was me dead, not my father, because I don't want to live with that image. So when you hear all that and you know all that and you know this is real, and then we talking about a game, we shouldn't think of them the same.
There are families here in our country whose loved ones have decided to give their life to fight for our rights and our freedoms, who don't see war as a sport. War doesn't deserve a highlight film. For Tropic Thunder to be a part of it. War is not a comedy. And for these people to be risking their lives, not for our safety as much as for someone else's agenda.
God. Look, if you're going to have some continual virality, like you're just going to be in the algorithm, if you're going to be someone who is doing this, and look, the White House, President Trump, whoever made the video, they don't need that. They are part of the machinery. But the point is, even as creators, even as analysts like Ryan Clark, we know where the line is and we know how to cross the line, and we know being a habitual line stepper gets you attention, and attention is currency today. So doing things the right way, as I always use this example, the first pitch in baseball. Throw a normal first pitch, you will not be on SportsCenter. Throw an insanely crazy, unathletic first pitch and it lands and hits somebody in the butt cheek in the 5th row, you're on SportsCenter. Doing the insane is the thing that gets people into it. It's a weird world. It's a weird space because I grew up in a different world where mind your business, where, you know, keep your nose down, keep your head down, when, doing the right thing was going to be rewarded. What'd you say? Like Drewski literally going to the NFL honors. If anything, there's one place in the NFL in terms of all of their pageantry, you don't act a donkey. And it's the NFL honors, right? Even the clowns get dressed up. Even the knuckleheads know button up. Goodell ain't playing today. And that, he turned, JSN's name into, you know what it is? Why? That if he would have did it the normal way, he said it perfectly, we wouldn't even seen the clip. You know how it goes.
For our regime to be as unserious, as unprofessional, as laughable, and as illegitimate as our leadership is right now is embarrassing. And it tells you the difference between a public servant and a reality star, right? Because the reality star needs everybody to know at all times, oh, look at me, look at the attention I'm garnering, we're doing this for me. The public servant stands at attention for 45 minutes in a salute because he understands what those soldiers who gave their lives have done for our country.
Blah, blah, blah. We're going to part 2 that tomorrow. Let me say this. What you got to respect is what Ryan Clark is saying. He's like, come on, the gravity of this situation doesn't need to be made light of. And I understand that fully. At the same time, in everything I've been in, including me at times hosting shows at a Navy base, Air Force base, et cetera, going to the Air Force Academy, the soldiers, they want some levity. They want the entertainment value. They like these as highlights. They like this as popcorn to what they really got to do in the meat and potatoes, right? So sometimes we could be a little bit more into it in terms of seriousness than they are. They're like, no, it ain't that deep. Like, as long as you bring attention and bring respect to what we're doing and you actually are honored that we are doing this for you, guess what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it regardless. But it feels good to know that you guys respect what we're doing. But I don't think that connecting it to the NFL and to some, historic movies makes all of them, or maybe many of them, feel a certain way. It made Ryan feel that way because he doesn't want to be the one poking fun at something so serious. So I understand where he's coming from. But the people who are on the other side, let's just say that, they taking that shine and saying, thank you. We got to do the dirty work now. So beat up in the comments. I understand where he's going. I understand where what he felt. You don't play with Ryan's NIL like that. But at the same time, I think those soldiers probably sitting there like, oh, man, look at that. That's dope. Look what they did for us. You never know. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, that wasn't enough? Y'all want some more? Well, check out the link in my bio. Hydration Situation Live. Blah, blah, blah. Discipline isn't complicated. It's daily. And I'm starting a 30-day hydration challenge, and I want you in. This isn't some crazy reset. It's simple. Hydrate every day, move your body, build one habit, and stick to it for 30 days. If you've been falling off, this is your reset. This is what I'm using during the challenge. VINIA Blood Flow Hydration. It's a 2-in-1 hydration solution. Premium electrolytes plus the power of VINIA for better blood flow. Better blood flow helps move hydration and nutrients exactly where your body needs it. That means better electrolyte delivery, more physical energy, and more mental alertness during the day. This is how I'm upgrading my hydration. The challenge is free. You just register through the link. And when you sign up, you get 20% off VINIA Hydration. And just for showing up, there'll be daily prizes, weekly prizes, over $10,000 in grand prizes. One simple habit, 30 days. Join the challenge with me. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the purpose.
Time to hydrate. Hydration situation, so.